Revenge films.
My name is Mark, and I'm 28 years old. I work for a trading company. My fiancée Rachel is a year younger than me, and she also works for the same company as me. Rachel plans to quit her job after we get married, so we recently had a casual dinner among colleagues to celebrate our engagement, and the fact that she was leaving the company. Mark and Rachel! Congratulations on your engagement! Thank you. We look forward to seeing you at our wedding. I'm looking forward to it as well. I will miss seeing Rachel in our office, though. I'm sure that the rest of the team feels the same way.
I loved working here, so I'm gonna miss everyone too.
I casually watched Rachel and my boss conversing, but I knew the truth about them. They were having an affair behind my back. I found this out just a week ago when I went back to the office to get my smartphone, which I left behind by accident. Although the office was dark, I heard some voices, and when I peered into the room, I saw my boss and fiancé making out on the couch. I heard Rachel say to my boss,
Now that I'm leaving the company, we won't be able to have our secret rendezvous in the office anymore. We need to make the most of it while we can.
That's when I realized that it wasn't a one-time thing. I felt like an idiot. People were congratulating me about my engagement to Rachel, but now I felt like a phony. At the company dinner, my boss was acting all happy for me, but he was probably laughing at me on the inside. What an asshole. I was so disgusted by the two of them that I didn't care about anything anymore. There was no way that I could understand what was going on inside the heads of these two cheaters. The only thing that mattered to me right now was getting revenge and humiliating them. I didn't deserve to be deceived by my fiancé and made a fool out of by my boss. I wasn't going to let them off easy. They had to pay for their crimes. The dinner that I organized with my company colleagues was a part of my plan to get revenge. I couldn't believe that my boss had the audacity to congratulate me and pretend to be happy for me. I had to figure out a way to bring their secret affair to light and have them make a public apology to me in front of our other colleagues. My plan for revenge was already in action. I couldn't wait to see Rachel and my boss's faces when they figured out that I knew the truth about their relationship. There's something that I want to show all of you. Could you please wait a few minutes while I get it all set up? I then began to set up the projector that I had brought from our office, and I got ready to play a video that was saved on my work computer. Everyone at the restaurant assumed that I would be showing them a fun video about my relationship with Rachel. But no, they were in for a surprise. Rachel was very excited too, and she said,
I didn't know that you had planned a surprise, Mark. I'm so excited.
The projector was now ready, and all I had to do was press play. I waited to see how everyone would react to the video. The video showed Rachel and my boss making out on the couch in our office. It was from the night a week ago, when I returned to the office to get my smartphone. At work, Rachel portrayed herself to be a woman that was pure and not slutty at all. So when our colleagues saw the video of her getting it on with my boss and making sexy noises, they were in shock to say the least. And they didn't expect their boss to be engaging in such an illicit affair with one of his subordinates. Their moaning was so loud that it almost reached the other customers in the next dining room of the restaurant. No one in the room except for me had expected that I would play a video that was so graphic. Mark, where did you get this? Why didn't you say anything to me before playing this video to everyone? Would you like to see more? I have plenty of footage. I know that you two have been screwing each other like animals from the past week.
So you filmed us? How dare you?
I don't think that you have any right to be upset with me right now. You cheated on me. How could you? Rachel and my boss's affair was now out in the open, and everyone in our office found out. My boss was forced to leave the company because of this. Senior management at the company was furious with him, and he had no choice but to resign. I also let Rachel's parents know that she had an affair with my boss, and I called off the engagement. Rachel had to cover the cancellation costs of our wedding venue, and she also had to pay me alimony. My former boss also paid me for my mental suffering. Rachel could no longer stay at the company either, so she handed in her resignation. Everyone in the office was talking about her affair with her boss, so she couldn't continue working there. But she needed to find a new job right away in order to pay for the cancellation fees of our wedding, as well as the alimony payments to me. The total amount that she owed was around $30,000. My plan for revenge had succeeded, and I was quite happy with myself. Well, that's what I thought anyway. But a month later, I received a letter from Rachel's lawyer. It seemed that Rachel was going to try to make the reason for the calling off of our engagement my fault. The letter was filled with a bunch of stupid lies that could have easily proven to be false. Rachel claimed that I was the one that cheated on her first. What an outrageous lie! I hated her so much now, but it was strange to think that I had been in love with her a few months ago. I never imagined that there would come a day that I would detest her so much. A few days later, I gave a call to the divorce lawyer that Rachel had hired. According to her lawyer, she already had evidence showing that I had in fact cheated on Rachel. It seemed that when Rachel met with her lawyer, she showed her false messages between me and my supposed lover. Since I never cheated on her, I knew that she had fabricated the messages. I knew that there were apps and tools out there that people could use to make stuff up. It was a scary world to be living in. I told Rachel's lawyer that the information that Rachel had presented to her about my affair was fake, and I even justified my reasons. But she didn't believe me, because as Rachel's lawyer, her job was to believe her client, and not me. I didn't let this get me down, though. I had nothing to be ashamed of. I was the victim here. But later on, I would realize how well Rachel had concocted the affair that I never had. What she explained about my affair in court made the ruling go in her favor. My divorce lawyer said to me, "As long as there's no proof that she's lying about her affair, there's a high chance that she'll win the case." I was devastated. Why was this happening to me? First my fiancée cheated on me, and now she's making me look like the bad guy. I was ready to give up. I felt hopeless. But one day, when I was at home, somebody rang my doorbell. To my surprise, it was my former boss. "What the hell do you want from me? Haven't you done enough? Get out of my house! Stop making a fool out of me!" I'm not here to make you feel bad. I lost my job because of my stupid affair. I'm in no position to be making fun of you. Then why did you come see me? I have nothing to say to you. I never wanted to see your face again. I came here to tell you something important about Rachel. I need to clear everything up with you. Otherwise, my family will never forgive me for what I did to them. His reason for coming here seemed slightly selfish, but I decided to cut him some slack. He began by telling me that he was married to his wife for over 18 years. He explained to me that his wife and daughter, who was in high school, made him come here to apologize to me. His wife told him that if he did not end his affair with Rachel, she would be leaving him. That was fair. My former boss's daughter was furious with her father as well, and told him that she would be living with her mother if they got a divorce. That's why he came to see me. So, you're only here to see me because you want your family to forgive you. Well, you've made your point. You can show yourself out now. Actually, I brought something with me that might be useful to you. My ex-boss showed me some emails between him and Rachel. He showed me a fairly recent email between the two of them.
You should use the tool that I used to fabricate Mark's affair. It helped me win my case. You can use the tool to sue Mark as well.
I was happy that my ex-boss had showed me this email, because this was exactly what I needed to get back at Rachel. How stupid of Rachel to reveal what she had done to her former lover. The visit from my ex-boss turned out to be positive for me. I guess Rachel thought that her ex-boss was still in love with her. How conceited is she? Our former boss realized that his family was much more important to him than Rachel, especially when he was about to lose them. I took copies of the emails between Rachel and my ex-boss as evidence. I took the copies to Rachel's parents' house, where I knew she would be staying. When I showed Rachel and her parents the newly gathered evidence, Rachel's face turned very pale. Rachel's parents were mortified, and they apologized to me profusely. Rachel realized that she had no way out of this one, and promised me that she would drop her case against me. But the problems between Rachel and me were far from over. I still had to give her her punishment. She deceived me over and over again, and it was unforgivable. This isn't over, Rachel. What you did to me is a crime, and you're going to pay for it.
I'm dropping the case against you. Can't we just put this behind us?
You fabricated evidence, and that is a serious crime. The police are going to come and arrest you.
Do you need to involve the police? Can't we just come to some sort of private settlement?
No. I'm going to fight you in court, and I'm going to win. You need to understand the pain that you inflicted on me.
Please don't do this. I beg you.
Actually, it's already done. I told the police everything, and they will be getting in touch with you shortly.
This can't be happening to me.
A while later, the police arrived at Rachel's house, and they arrested her. I'd finally gotten my revenge, and I felt satisfied. In my opinion, Rachel was let off easy. She was only ordered to pay a fine of $1,000. which is practically nothing, but her parents were livid, and they kicked her out of their house. Well, she deserved that. The only reason that Rachel was able to join the same company as me was because her parents personally knew the CEO of our company. She didn't get the job because of her skills or talents. She could no longer rely on her parents, so she had to look for a new job on her own. This is the last thing I said to Rachel. Good luck on finding a shitty job that will allow you to earn the money to pay me alimony. I'm going to make sure that you pay me every cent. You owe me that at the very least.
Mark, you're a monster!
I didn't care what she thought of me. She was the monster. She cheated on me when we were engaged, and I wasn't ever going to forgive her for it. I told myself that I would never fall for a slut like Rachel again. I'm going to take time to meet a woman that loves me for who I am. I found out later that my former boss's wife and daughter moved out of the house, and his wife filed for a divorce. I guess it was too late to ask for their forgiveness. The damage had already been done. I guess both Rachel and my ex-boss should have thought about the long-term consequences of their actions. If they had, they would have been much happier now. Well, that's not my problem.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.